afternoon. Here is the news. Afternoon. First, the highlights. Lagos State government pledges to drive growth, investment in tourism, showcase results in global map. TED Fund, Nigeria Extractive Transparency Initiative collaborate to close revenue gaps. On foreign team, United States government lays off nearly 10,000 workers. And in sport, Flying Eagles coach expresses optimism ahead 2025 Africa Under-20 World Cup of Nations. And now the details. I am Mike James. To drive the growth of arts, culture and tourism, Lagos State government has pledged to continue to take advantage of its potential, population, investment and as well showcase the results in a global map. Special advisor to the Governor on Tourism, Art and Culture, Idris Aregbe, gave this hint after an executive tour of the John Randall Center for Yoruba Culture and History, Oniko. Aregbe noted that touring the Yoruba Cultural Museum with local and foreign travel and tourism enthusiasts gives credence to the rich cultural heritage in Lagos in a relaxed and comfortable atmosphere, which will attract more foreign investors and partners to the state. While commenting that tourism and entertainment events should not be about 30 December alone, but all year round, Aregbe commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for the nod and support for investment in the sector to thrive and draw global attention to the state, which was evident during the Christmas and New Year celebrations. He had this to say.
Our museum is fantastic. It's something that is huge. It's something that we can't get tired, of telling the world what we have here. And I'm happy that quite a number of people are so much happy at what they've seen here today. Again, today we've been able to bring in some major stakeholders here who will also go out there and spread the good deals. Let them know that Lagos truly mean business when it comes to art, when it comes to tourism, when it comes to entertainment and all that. And that's what we're doing. I'm just happy that I have a governor who so much believes in it, and he's always giving me the nod to just keep pushing and making sure that we give Lagosians what it truly deserves.
Some of the tourists who joined in the tour include Mrs. Neka Isaac Moses of African Cultural Show, Gugi, who commended the Lagos State government for the cozy environment and richness of artifacts in the past, present, and as well the future. The AI-generated videos displayed in the museum, coupled with the economic value chain to be generated by the J. Randall Center.
For me, Lagos State is like the touchline for cultural preservation and tourism development in Nigeria. If every ethnic group or tribe or state can put together something similar to J.K. Randall Museum.
And what I've seen here at the J.K. Randall Center is impressive. Okay, starting from the quality of the curation, the Yoruba history, the heritage. When you talk about the Obas.
Dignitaries who participated in the executive tour included representatives of the Oba of Lagos, Yoruba legendary actor Prince Jide Kosoko, students of Ekuakete Junior and Senior High Schools, among others, with cultural display by different ethnic groups. The Lagos State AIDS and Control Agency, LSACA, has organized free testing and counseling services within the premises of the Lagos State University Ojo campus. Chief Executive Officer of LSACA, Folakemi Animashon, says the initiative is aimed at providing personalized testing and counseling sessions for members of the university community to receive the support and information they need to make informed decisions regarding their health. Animashon explains that the testing and counseling service during Valentine's celebration reflects the commitment of the state government to ensuring that love is not just celebrated, but safe, as healthy relationships must be built on trust and responsibility. According to her, knowing one's status is an essential step in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Animashon calls on residents to extend love to those living with and affected by HIV. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC) has uncovered a major operation depot dealing in expired and falsified drugs at Umumeje Village, Osisioma Ngwa area of Abia State. NAFDAC revealed this in a statement on X, saying the illegal operation was being run from multiple buildings near the Ariaria market. According to the agency, the expired medicines were repackaged and revalidated for resale, posing a significant health risk to customers. NAFDAC stated that the operation, conducted in collaboration with security agencies as part of the federal government's ongoing crackdown on the circulation of counterfeit drugs in the country. And now to the rest of the stories. The Executive Secretary of Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Sonny Echono, has called for collaboration between TET Fund and Nigeria Extractive Transparency Initiative to close gaps in revenue payments made by extractive industry to the federal government through the Federal Inland Revenue Service. Echono also called for clarity of tax compliance by the companies to ensure that they remit the actual amount they are supposed to pay. According to a statement, Echono made the call during his working visit to the NETI head office in Abuja on Wednesday. Echono said TET Fund has confidence in the credibility of NETI data. In his response, the Director General of NETI, Ogbonnaya Orji, said the initiative would support TET Fund in identifying and addressing gaps in compliance by extractive sector players, noting that by leveraging its expertise in financial auditing and revenue tracking, it would enhance accountability in the utilization of education tax funds. The police command in Kebbi State has neutralized 4 suspected kidnappers, rescued a victim and recovered 3 million naira random paid in Sulu, local government area of the state. The command spokesman Nofiu Abubakar made this known in a statement, said the divisional police officer Suru aggressively mobilized a team of policemen and vigilantes to the scene after receiving the report. Abubakar noted that the officers thrilled the suspects at Tundafari Forest in the Dakingari axis and engaged them in a gun duel. He said the police also successfully rescued the kidnapped victim unhurt. And now to foreign news. The campaign by United States President Donald Trump and his advisor Elon Musk is to radically cut back the U.S. bureaucracy, which has spread with firing more than 9,500 workers who handled everything from managing federal lands to caring for military veterans. Workers at the Department of Interior, Energy, Veterans Affairs, Agriculture and Health and Human Services had their employment terminated in a drive that so far has largely but not exclusively targeted probationary employees in their first year on the job who have fewer employment protections. The firings are in addition to the roughly 75,000 workers who have taken a buyout that Trump and Musk have offered to get them to leave voluntarily. That equals about 3% of the 2.3 million person civilian workforce. And over to sports news. Flying Eagles head coach Aliyu Zubairu has expressed confidence in his team's ability to navigate through a tough group at the 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast after being drawn alongside North Africa giant Morocco, Egypt and South Africa. The tournament, scheduled for April 26 to May 18, presents a stand test for the Nigerian youth team, but Zubairu believes the challenging draw could work in their favor. The coach dismissed suggestions that his team had been placed in a group of death, emphasizing the evolving nature of African football. The 2025 edition of the annual 42 kilometers Lagos City Marathon has been once again dominated by East African runners from Kenya and Ethiopia. Kenya's Edwin Kibet emerged winner in the men category, clocking a time of 2 hours 14 minutes and 6 seconds to win the $50,000 prize money. Kibet came third last year behind his counterpart Bernard Sang and another Kenyan, Chiprot, who came second. It's Quebec's second win in the competition following its first victory in the 2023 edition. And that was our news at 12. But just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs. It's live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. And you can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration upgraded 2 higher institutions to universities? Well, you can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. To drive the growth of arts, culture and tourism, Lagos State Government has pledged to continue to take advantage of its potential population, investment, and as well showcase the results in the global map. The Executive Secretary of Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Sonny Chono, has called for collaboration between TET Fund and the Nigeria Extractive Transparency Initiative to close gaps in revenue payments made by extractive industry to the federal government through the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS. We also told you that the campaign by United States President Donald Trump and his advisor Elon Musk to radically cut back the U.S. bureaucracy has spread, with firing of more than 9,500 workers who handled everything from managing federal land to caring for military veterans. In sport, Flying Eagles head coach Aliyu Zubairu has expressed confidence in his team's ability to navigate through a tough group at the 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast, after being drawn alongside North African giants Morocco, Egypt and South Africa. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adirayodo Olaya. Thank you for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.